let's try to learn something higher the ladder for today. Okay, so now let me share my screen and let's talk about a topic in Azure. From today onwards, like we are going to deep dive in Azure. Okay, so the first 2 days, as I said, it will be a lightweighted and the slow and steady, the depth would be increasing. And I'm pretty much sure that these things you would have not known earlier in Azure. You can just give your focus and you can learn higher the ladder. So let me share my screen quickly. So today the topic that we are going to see is known as budget. What is budget? Budget is something like in day-to-day life, we use this terminology. Like in a month, this is my budget which I allocate for entertainment, or this is the budget I just put for my food. This is a budget which I put for this. Like that, we used to segregate multiple budgets in the day-to-day life, right? Like the same way, you can just allocate a budget for your Azure subscription also. Okay, now let's take that there is a guy who's using a subscription under the model known as pay as you go. Now you know the mechanism how the pay as you go works. How much you are utilizing, you need to pay the bill accordingly. Correct. Now he sets a limit as 50 rupees for a month. Okay. Now what happens whenever that user or whenever the credit value increasing more than 50 rupees, he is going to get notified. Okay, for an example, now initially the level will be 0 0 because you didn't start creating anything, right? So it will be 0 0. When you keep on utilizing every day, like the utilization increases, the money will increase. So when you cross more than 50 rupees, you will be getting a notification from Azure saying that, hey boss, you have created a budget and the budget total value is 50 rupees and you are crossing more than that. Keep an eye on it. Like that, you will be getting a notification from the Azure. Okay. Now it's your wish. Either you can allocate 50 rupees or 100 rupees or 500 rupees, whatever your value or your capacity. According to that, you can create a budget. Okay. So now when you are crossing more than 50 rupees, to whom it should send an email? Is it need to be sent to me, or it need to be sent to you, or to whom it needs to send? You need to do that configuration, right? For doing that configuration, you need to create another guy. That guy is known as an action group. So action group is a place where the human identities are going to be configured. You can have more than one people or two people or group of people together as well. Okay, so the human identities like email ID or the phone number, whatever the way of mechanism that you need to get notified, that can be made a configuration inside the action group, and that action group need to be attached with your budget. So how the things are going to work now, you can just set a budget as 50 rupees a month, and when you cross more than that, it will call the action group, and the action group will trigger the notification to the people who are configured inside them. Okay, very simple. So you are going to set a limit, and when you cross more than that, it's going to trigger an alert to action group, and action group will trigger an alert to the real people who are configured inside those. Okay, this is the architectural design for the concept of budget. Okay, and few people have a misconception about budget. Let me talk about that. Okay, now let's take an example that you created one server. Okay, and if it is running for 1 hour, let's make a simple calculation. It charges you 5 rupees. Now you are keep on running it for 10 hours. Then what will happen? It will cross more than 50. It will be like 50 rupees, right? Now the 11th hour, if you run, it will become 55. So now what will happen once this trigger value is met? Okay, it will call this guy and you will get a notification. And most of the people think that since I kept a budget as 50 rupees, only 50 will be the maximum bill that I will be getting. Definitely the answer is no. Okay, so the number of hours keep on increasing. Now it becomes 14 hours or 15 hours or 16 hours. It will be keep on running. Okay, and when it keep on running, the money will be keep on increasing and you have to pay the money. So always budget is a concept which is going to trigger only an alert. It will not delete the resource. Okay, who created the resource? It's created by a human being. Who created the server? You created it. So it's your responsibility that you have to come and delete it. It doesn't mean that since you created a budget as 50 rupees and since your value has been met, Azure will delete the completely. No, it won't work like that. Okay, so budget is a kind of a notification trigger that you're going to get when you reach or when you cross more than that. I hope everyone are clear with this concept. Can I have a quick round of yes, no?
Yes.
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 Okay, perfect. So in order to do this as a practical, so we will understand it better. So this is theoretical stuff which I need to talk from my end. So I wish someone to share your screen so that we will do it practically so that you will understand even more higher the ladder. Who's going to share your screen for today? I need a guy who has a subscription to share a screen.
Can I?
Yeah, please, sir.
Oh, it was visible.
Yeah, it's visible. Can you just close
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ah yeah, perfect. I hope like the Microsoft Insight registration is done. Okay. Is it done, sir?
Yeah, it's
Insight.
done. Yes,
It's done,
yes.
right? Okay, perfect. Now we are into the portal.azure.com. Okay, so let's go to the home page and we will come back so that the people will be aware of it, what we are trying to do. Now we just logged into the portal.azure.com with his email ID and the password. Now, if you just click on subscription, you can able to see that there would be one subscription that would be available, and you know how to go to the subscription. So you can just go to the global search and you can type, or if you're aware of the logo of it, directly you can click the logo. Anything is fine. Both will take you to the same page. Click on it. Okay, now you can able to see that there is a one subscription is there and the active status. Now you can go inside the subscription. Now you can minimize the outer one, which means you have the subscription which is written on the black big font on the left side. Can you able to see the top left side? Subscription is written, and next towards that there are like two arrow marks. Yeah, always click that. Okay, so that the page looks very beautiful. The left hand side which will have the list of things and the explanation will be on the right side. Now you can able to see that there are certain cost which has been added to his profile and which is going to expire in another 29 days. Okay, all good, not a problem. Now click on the cost management on the left hand side. Click on the budget. Currently we don't have any budget. Let's click on add button and let's try to create a new budget. Now you need to give a name for your budget. What is the name that you want to give? Give a name called budget one. When it comes to the cloud, okay, don't use any capital letters. Please make sure that you're using always smaller letters, and I will let you know the reason why it is. Okay. Now you have given a name called budget one. And when you try to practice on your own, okay, you can give any name that you like. Okay. When you work with me, you can follow my naming convention, but when you work on your personal, you can give any name that you wish to have. Now, how this budget needs to be working for you? Either you want to work it on a monthly basis or a quarterly basis or an annual basis. That can be selected in the reset period. If you just select the drop down list, okay, you can able to see the three options over there: monthly, quarterly, and annually. Okay, and I need to work on monthly basis because I'm going to get the bills on monthly, so I need to have this on a monthly basis. So click on monthly, and now you can able to see that it's going to work from the August 1st. Okay, now what is the day? It's 12th. So from August till August end, it's one billing cycle, and the next another first to another last. So every month it's going to work like that. Now The 1st of August is being written over there, and the expiry date is 27 of July 31st. So what is going to happen? This budget one, which is keep on going to work for you for the next 2 years. Okay, every month this budget is going to work for you. Okay, and if you want to make it very short, then make the change in the year, or if you want to increase more, you know what to be done. Okay, very simple. I'm not going to explore over there. Now you can give a budget value. You can just give a value called 50 rupees, 50. Okay, whatever the value that you like, you can afford. Sir, I can afford only 20 rupees, or I can afford only 30 rupees for my learning. Just put that number, whatever that you wish to do. Okay, click on next. Now select the type is there, huh? Click on the select type. Now there are like two types. One is actual, another one is forecast. Always work on the actual mechanism. Okay, forecast is nothing but which is going to predict the future based on the past. For an example, now the date is like 10 days completed in a month. Okay, for an example, if I have consumed 10 rupees, now my futuristic value at the end will be 30 rupees, because Azure makes a pattern that the first 10 days Satish has consumed 10 rupees. At end of the month his billing will be 30. So based on my past, it will predict the future. That is known as forecast. If you select actual value, so whatever the actual figure, that will make sense. Okay, so always trust on the actual value, not on the forecast. Now you selected actual. So under the percentage of the budget, just type 50, 50. Okay. And what is the budget we just gave earlier, which is 50 rupees. 50 percentage of 50 is 25. It's a max calculation. You know it very well how it works. Now come to the row number 2 and again select actual. And again make the budget percentage as 75 percentage. Again, come to the row number 3, select actual and make it as 100 percentage. So what I'm trying to do, like I'm just dividing my particular budget into 3 different half, 50 percentage, 75 percentage and 100 percentage. Why do I need to do like this? Because the reason is very simple. Now I'm a human being, right? There are many chances that I can make mistake. Okay. Now my budget is crossing more than 50 rupees. I miss the email and I miss the SMS which has been sent by Azure. Then what will happen? It's a problem. Now my billing will be increasing. So what you can do, you can divide your budget into 3 different halves. So when you cross more than 25, there will be a trigger which will be sent to you. So you will get a notification. When I cross more than 37.5, again I will get an SMS. When I cross more than 50, again I get notified. So basically I get 3 sort of notifications from Azure, so that even if I miss one sort of SMS or one sort of email, the other one I will try to catch it up. Okay, so that I break into 3 different halves. Like you want to keep it like only one thing, or you want to have 10 different parts like 10 percentage, 20 percentage, 30 percentage, and you want to have 10 different alerts, you can configure how you wish to do. Okay, now I basically divide into 3 part: 50 percentage, 75 percentage and 100 percentage. Okay, now you need to create an action group. Now in the row number 1, under the action group, if you select the drop down list, you can't find any action group. We know that. Okay, this is the first time we are learning this, so we won't have any action group by default. So in order to create an action group, below the box you can able to see something called as manage action group. Click on it. Now let's try to create a new action group. Click on a create button. Now there is a create new option is there below the resource group. Can you able to see? Yeah, click on create new. I know very well that you doesn't know what is known as a resource group. Okay, please trust me and proceed further. Just type RG1, RG1. Click on OK and give a name for the action group. You can give a name called action group 1. Okay, copy that fully and paste it in the bottom. Let's have the same as a display name, and whatever the name that you like, you can give, and click on the next button, which is known as configuration. Select the drop down list and select email and SMS. Now under the name, you type your name. Okay, select the email checkbox on the right side. No, on the right side. Select the email checkbox. Provide your email ID. So we are just trying to register the people inside the action group. Okay, if you want to have a email and SMS as well, so select SMS and select the country code, like which country that you belong to. Okay, if you're India, then the country code will be 91, you know that. So just type 91 and then give your phone number, complete 10-digit numbers, and click on OK. Remove the zero from the front. Perfect, makes sense. Click on OK. So now your identity has been registered. Now for an example, you want to add another guy as well. There are some chances that he might not having a very frequent access to the email and SMS. So you want to have another guy. So you can click on email and SMS and you can add my identity as well. So select the drop down list and you can just add my name, SATI. Okay, that's fine, not a problem. Yeah, H. Now select the email and provide my email ID, test@gmail.com. Okay, yes@gmail.com, anything. Okay, click on OK. Like that, how many people identity that you want to add, you can add. Okay, and my email ID, what I gave is something incorrect that you all know. So you can delete it just for a reason how to add multiple entries. I did that. Okay, you can delete mine. It's no longer needed. So how many people you want, you can add it accordingly and click on review and create. It will create the action group. Review, create. Now the action group has been created. Be careful and just at the top, you can able to see create budget option as the. Can you able to see that? Click on it. It will take you to the page where you left. Okay. Now under the action group drop down list on the first row, you should select your action group. Select it accordingly. Select it for the first three alone. Perfect. Now we just created it. So we just gave the total value as 50 rupees and I just break into three different half. So whenever I cross more than 25 rupees, it will call my action group and my action group will call the people who are registered inside it. Okay. Now you can just give the alert recipient like the email ID of yours. And the below question is language preference. No. I believe it's 2 is something written wrong. Perfect. Now just scroll down. Now the language preference by default, it will be English, not to be changed. Click on create. Now, it will be English. Okay, let it be default. Okay, not a problem. Click on create. Default is English, so you don't want to change. Now when you click on create button, it will create if everything is correct. Okay, if something is wrong, then the creation will not be done. Now you can able to see that the creation has been done. So it's going to work on a monthly basis. It starts from this month and it will work for the next 2 years. It will keep on monitor for every month. The total budget is 50 rupees, and whenever you cross more than the three different tiers, it will call the action group and the action group will trigger the notification to the people who are all registered inside them. Okay, I hope we are clear with this concept. Everyone are clear? Can I have a quick round of S? No?
Yes, Odit.
Yes.
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 Okay, perfect. How about the other people who are still in mute? Are you clear?
Yeah.
Now you want to make a change or you want to give your total budget as 100 rupees rather than 50 rupees. So now what you can do, either you can create a new budget as budget 2 and you can keep it like 100 rupees and you can do it. Or if you want to edit the existing budget, that is also possible. Now you want to edit, then not a problem. Click on budget 01 and click on the edit button at the top. Okay, now if you just scroll down, you know where to be rechanged. You have to remove this 50 and you have to make it as 100. 100. You can't type it, not a problem. Just refresh the complete browser once. What you can do, I will let you know. Okay, just scroll down, just scroll down, just type 100 first, just type 100, 100. Now remove that 50. Yeah, makes sense. Now click on next. Now what happens, just have a view here. Okay, 50 percentage of 100 is 50, 75 percentage of 100 is 75, 100 percentage of 100 is 100. It's a simple max. If you feel difficulty, then you have to use calculators. Okay, so it's a simple max which is doing the calculations in amount in the terms of INR. Okay, now click on save. The job is done. So you know how to create a budget and how to edit it as well. Okay, all good, it's done. So I think everyone are clear. Can I have one more round of S so that we will quickly move on to the next topic which we need to learn? Everyone are clear?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Makes sense. Now let's try to focus on. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have joined late because I didn't get
Yeah, me
any
too.
link to join the email. Sorry, the meeting.
Sorry, sir, I'm not getting your point.
Actually, I joined the class late because I didn't get
Okay,
any link to join this class.
okay. Like today is your first day?
No, no, today is the second day. Yesterday I have joined.
Okay. Might be just now I'm looking into the group. Today is the class started. Someone can. Okay, just
Yeah, I've been
you.
a bit
Same
late
link, right?
also.
For
Yeah,
every
the
day,
same
same
link.
link.
Yeah, every day it's the same link. Okay, try to use the same link, and you can just be earlier, like 1 or 2 minutes before, so that it'll be easy for you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Every day that remains same, guys. Okay, for your information. Okay, not a problem. Now let me share my screen and let's focus on the next topic which I need to do. And I share my screen. The next topic I'm going to talk about the hierarchy. Okay, hierarchy of Azure. The first one is known as subscription. The second layer is known as a resource group. The third layer is known as resource. Okay, this is the hierarchy of Azure. What is subscription? Subscription is nothing but which helps you to do the money management, all the money management activities, how much of consumptions, creating budget, all related to money. Okay, you can just do that in subscription. And what is a resource group? A resource group is nothing but a logical group. Okay, and what is resources? Resources are nothing but a virtual machine, a storage account, and etc etc etc. Okay, these are known as resources. I know it's a little bit hard for you to understand since it's a first day. So I give you a small hint. You know what is subscription, and I will just show you what is resource group. Okay. And apart from that, whatever you are looking into your eyes, those are known as resources. Okay. I repeat my statement one more time. I will show you what is subscription and I will show you what is resource group. And apart from these two, whatever you are viewing it, right? Those are known as resources. Have this hint for the first day so that day by day you will it becomes very easy for you. Okay, now let's try to do it practically so that it will be better. Okay, so now you can share your screen. Let's try to do it practically so that it will be even more clear and neat. Okay, now just click on subscription and you can able to see one subscription that is known as subscription, which we all know. Now Let me show you what is resource group. Just type resource group in the global search. Just click on there and just type the first or 3-4 letters. You will get it. SO. Yeah, you can able to see the resource group over there. Click on it. Now this is a resource group page. Okay. Now there is one RG1 which is already there. Ignore it. Okay. And let's create one more new resource group. Click on a create button and give a name called RG1. Sorry, RG2. My bad. RG2. RG1 is already there now. So RG1. And the region, you can just select the drop down list. And always when you work with me, you use a region which is known as Central India. Just scroll to the top. Scroll to the top. I believe, yeah, it might be here. If you can't find, Central India. So really, every time do I need to use only Central India? Definitely the answer is no. So when you work with me, you always choose Central India. And why do I choose? There's no reason behind the scene. Okay. So I select it. Now click on review and create. It will be created.
Satish, so regarding to this tags, you will teach us later, right?
Sorry?
Regarding to the tags, you will teach us later, right? There is an option called tag.
Yes. Like I could not able to cover everything on a single day. So I break it into multiple pieces. So one day, one topic that we will learn about it.
Sure. Thank you.
Oh, perfect. Now you can just refresh your complete browser once. You can able to see that there would be an RG2 that we created, right? That would be available over there. Now click on the RG2 and inside that RG2, nothing is there. You can able to see that no resources. Okay. I've shown you what is subscription and I've shown you what is resource group. And apart from that, whatever you are seeing, consider that as a resource. Now let's try to create a storage account, which is a resource. Now in the global search, just type storage account. Yes, click on it. Now click on a create button. Now you get a question. What is a question? Like you have to select a subscription and you have to select a resource group. Now you try to keep this guy inside the resource group called RG2. And under the resource group, you can able to see there is an RG2 is there. Yeah. Now you have to give a name for your storage account. You can give your name and today's date. 08. No. Don't use those things. Just type it as usual 082025. Okay. Now which region you want to have the storage account? Again, let it be Central India. And now click on review and create. This page is known as validation page. Okay. Which means the review and create page is known as validation page. It will cross check that everything is correct. Okay. If everything is correct, then you get the create button. If something is wrong, then the create button will not be enabled. Now the system is having a quick check. Everything is correct, clean, neat. If yes, then you get the create button. Yeah. Click on create. Now the storage account will be created in a couple of minutes. So we have to wait till that point. Okay. So let's wait. And at the top, you can able to see that there is a bell icon with a numerical value of 2. Can you able to see that? Yeah, that is known as a notification column. And if you just click on it, whatever the activity that you're doing, right, that would be available over there. Okay. Now the storage account is getting created. So the deployment is in progress. Once the storage account is fully created, you can able to see that there would be a green color tick mark will be there. And yesterday I mentioned, right, since we create a free trial, 17,000 some credit will be credited. See, you can able to see subscription, Azure subscription when remaining credit of 17,000. rupees is there. Okay. And at end of the month, if you want to upgrade it to pay as you go, you can click on that button. Don't click it now. Okay. So at end of the month, if you want to convert as pay as you go, you can click it. Or no, sir, I will create one more free trial. Then ignore it and you can create one more free trial. Okay. Close the notification bar. And in mid of the screen, you can able to see that there is an option called go to resource. Click on it. Now you can able to see that there is a storage account which has been created with your name and today's date at the top left side. And below that, it's written that it's a storage account. You can able to see the name of the storage account and what is that? It's a storage account. So you can always find that the name at the top left side, and below that you see something in a graded format that is known as the resource name. Okay. Now just go to your resource group. In the global search, just type resource group, or if you know the logo of it, directly you can click on it. Yeah. Now there is an RG2 which stay. Click on the RG2. It's a logical grouping. Okay. Now you can able to see that inside that group there is a storage account which we created, right? It's available over there. So it's a kind of a group. Inside that group, you can just create multiple resources.
So I have
For
one
any
question.
1 minute, sir. Let me complete my statement. Then if you have any questions, you can let me know. Now this resource group is nothing but similar like WhatsApp group. Now we have a WhatsApp group with a name called 11th August 25 7 p.m. Azure Satish. Why do we have that group? Because the reason behind the scene is very simple. Because these are the people who wants to learn Azure, and there are like certain people from the Besant team, and there are like a trainer, me, and we all club together. It forms a group. Now, if anyone having any query, you can post it over the group. Anyone in the group who can able to address it, right? Like the same way, Besant might be having another different group for AWS, might be Python. So Besant having multiples of courses which they are providing to the students. They are having a different groups for different curriculum. So why they need to do that? Because if everyone are clubbed together, one guy is raising some question, they doesn't know that this question is related to Azure or AWS or Python or what. They doesn't know that. So how they can able to fix it? So if it is a group, then it is easy and clean for them to manage it. If it is any technical questions, then the point of contact would be Satish. If it is like any certification or link or recording or any other activity, then the point of contact would be a different person. So the managing things that becomes easier when you have a group. Like the same way, RG2 is a kind of a group, and inside that you can have multiple resources. Let's try to do something else, higher the ladder, so that it makes even more better clarity on it. Let's try to create another storage account. Just type storage account. You can click on a create button. Now you can just try to give your name one more time in the storage account and try to give tomorrow's date, 13/08/2025. Now remove the first letter F and make it as capital letter. Okay, you are getting an error. The field can contain only the lower letters and the numbers. Okay, so in Azure, there are certain resources which will accept only the lower letters. So that's the reason that always when you work on a cloud, better you use lower letters. That's gonna save your life. Okay, now try to put the small letter F. Now remove it completely and just give a name call, your name alone. Just remove the date. Let's see what happens. Okay, then remove it completely and just type my name. Just type my name, Satish. Okay, you see that you are getting an error saying that a storage account name Satish, which is already taken. So someone in this world who have created a storage account with my name. Okay, so you cannot able to create with that particular name. So when you try to create a storage account, it should be always unique in this world. Okay, unique in this world. So if someone have already taken that particular naming, then you can't able to reutilize. Why you didn't get error in your case? Because with your name, no one have created a storage account. Okay, that's the reason you didn't get any error. With my name, someone have created it. Okay, if you just use any general name like Abhirami, Akshay, Vinay, 200%, Vignesh, these names 200%, there are like many people are there. So those names will be already been taken by someone. Okay, so always just give your name and today's date. So the probability will be very less that someone could have been taken it. Okay, so now you know what we are trying to do. So remove it completely and give your name and tomorrow's date. If you give today's date, again you will get an error because it's already been taken, so you can't able to create it. So give the future date and click on review and create. That's it. Now the creation is happening in the background. Okay, so once it is done, the things will change into green. Okay, then you can click on go to resource. Okay, click on go to resource. Now you can able to see your resource name, which is your name and tomorrow's date, and what it is a storage account. Now let's try to go inside the resource group. Just go inside the RG2. Now we should able to see two people inside that. Okay, so now you know what is known as resource group. Resource group is just a logical name. Okay, and inside that you can just keep multiple resources. It's not only you need to have a storage account. You can just keep anything. You can have a virtual machine, or you can have a disk, or you can have anything. Okay, and I know very well that you doesn't know what is storage account. Okay, so let's focus on that storage account on tomorrow. Okay, not on today. So today focus is on learning the hierarchy, not learning about storage account. So I will teach you step by step. So tomorrow we will learn about the storage account, not today. Okay, so this is the hierarchy. The first hierarchy is known as subscription. The second hierarchy is known as resource group, and the third one is known as the resource. I hope everyone are clear. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Now, one guy who blocked me, I believe. Who is that?
Yeah, I was asking, I was a bit confused. I was asking if we have to do the practicals at the same time as
Oh,
you explaining, or
no. Okay. So it is recommended not to do a practice while I'm teaching on, because the reason is simple. When you are looking into the screen, okay, when you're trying to do in the background, we will be doing it a little bit faster, or sometime or the other time you might not get my points very clear what I'm trying to do. Okay, so just give your focus by listening on it, since the call is recorded and it will be posted, and you can just have a view on it and you can practice later. That would be the better way. Okay, so if you wish to practice right away, then you should share your screen and you will work with me, so you don't want to waste another 1 hour. Okay, but I can't give a chance for every people. One guy today, and tomorrow if you want, you can just come front and you can share your screen. Okay, but the answer for your question is it's not recommended to do a practice when I'm teaching. Clear?
yes, okay, thanks.
Thank you. Okay, I thought it would be a technical question. That's the reason I stopped it, because most of your technical questions might be auto clear. That's the reason I blocked you in between. Okay, can I have a quick round? Everyone are clear with the hierarchy?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Since you guys are clear with that, let's have a small game and let's try to understand even more higher the ladder. Now I have a subscription. Okay, and inside that
Satish,
yeah,
Sorry to interrupt. Yeah. So just
Yeah,
one
not a problem.
suggestion here. So, like yesterday's case, right? So we got the recordings the next day. So is
Okay.
it possible that after the class, within few hours, we can get the recording? So it would be good for we can actually. So things will be fresh in our mind to revise. So
I really
yeah.
appreciate your thing. Okay. Since it doesn't comes under my control, I could not able to do it. But not a problem. Once the classes are done, right? You just post a message in a group that we need the recording. Okay. So that someone in
Okay.
the group who can able to help you on it. Okay. So
Okay.
if they are available, they might. If they are closing for the day, then might be tomorrow only. But you can always
Okay.
put a message in a group so that at least one people or other people from the percent who can able to help you on it. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Now we just have a subscription and we just have the resource groups. And inside this guy, I create one storage account. And inside this guy, I create another storage account. Is it possible or not possible to create a architectural design like this? Is it possible or not possible? Only yes and no. What is the answer?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. The correct answer is yes. Okay. There might be few people who answers or also might be yes, and don't be ideally on mute that already few people said yes and I will be on mute. No. You paid individually. So you try to give your individual contribution so that you will learn high the ladder. Okay. Now let me ask another question. I have a subscription and I have another resource group called RG1, and I try to create another resource group inside that, and I'm trying to create two storage accounts inside that. Can I able to create something like this or it's not possible? Yes, no?
No.
No.
No, it.
No.
Yes,
I don't
No.
know.
it's no. Yeah, the answer is no. Because the reason is very simple that inside a group, you cannot able to create another group. Now we have a group called 11th August 25, 7 p.m. Azure. Inside that, I cannot able to create another group saying that these are the active people and these are the inactive people. I can't. Okay. So this architectural is impossible. All good. Now let's try to have another question. This time, think and answer this. I have this guy and I have this storage account guy. And this time I try to create my storage account under my subscription directly. Okay. I bypass it. Okay. So now this is possible or not possible?
No. No hierarchy.
No. No. Not.
No, I think.
The answer is no. Okay. So directly you cannot create any resource under the subscription. This is impossible. So how do you know that? It's very simple. When you click on storage account and when you click on a create button, you might be noticing it. The first question is like you have to select the subscription from the drop down list. And the next question is like you have to give a resource group name from the drop down list. Correct. And here is a place where we have the RG1 and RG2. And we used to select RG2. And the next question is you have to create a storage account name, right? So you know very well that without this guy, you cannot able to create a storage account. And you know very well that inside a group, another RG name or resource group name, it's not there. Okay. So inside a group, in another group creation is impossible. So this is the UI that you had a view earlier when we try to create a storage account. So if you have made a notice on it, then you can able to answer these two questions. Am I right? Yes, no?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now you guys know what is a clear hierarchy, and this is the clear hierarchy. The first layer is subscription, the second layer is resource group, and the third layer is resource. You can have n number of resources inside a resource group. Okay, like the same way inside the subscription, you can have n number of resource groups as well. Okay, So inside that one, you can have multiple things, and inside this guy, you can have multiple things. This is the hierarchy. And I hope everyone are clear with that. By doing this case study, you might be even more higher the ladder understanding. Everyone are clear? Can I have a quick round of yes, no?
Yes, it's
Yes.
clear.
Clear.
Yes.
Yes, but
Yes.
one doubt, Satish. I mean,
Yes.
can we have multiple subscription for? I mean, with one mail ID, like we have active
Yes.
subscription, Azure
Yes,
subscription one.
you can. Okay.
Okay.
For an example, like you can have a free trial and you can create one more pay as you go. Like that, you can create 5 pay as you go, 10 pay as you go. How much you want, you can create it inside a single email ID. Okay. It doesn't mean
Okay.
that only one subscription that you can. If you create 10 subscriptions, then you have to pay 10 billings.
Okay. But free trial will be only one.
Yeah, that's definitely so. Because if they give free trial a number of times, then they can't do business.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Satish.
Yeah, fine.
I have another question.
Yes, please.
So in the organization, if the company is creating one email ID and they are giving multiple subscriptions, so if the whoever is working, will they have the email ID and then connect it, or they will only share the subscription's name and then they will connect the portal?
Okay. To this question, let me share my screen and let's try to draw so that we will have a better understanding. Now, for an example, like I can give you a small example. Now, let's take that we have multiple products. Now, since you're working on a company called Google, okay, so Google is having multiple sub platforms. One is like YouTube, and another one is Google Drive and Google Map. Like that, these guys has multiple platforms. Now, dedicatedly for YouTube, they have one subscription. Okay, I mark it as one. And there is another subscription 2 is used for Google Drive, and this guy for subscription 3, Google Map. So they have an individual subscription for all products to make it very clean and neat. How much of expense they make for YouTube, how much expense they make for Google Drive, for Google Map. They can monitor very easily if they have 3 different subscriptions. Now let's take that you are a project manager. Okay. You are a single person who is going to manage all these 3 products. So your email ID will be one. Like let's take your email ID is xyz@gmail. Okay. Now this guy will have an access to all these 3 people. Sorry, all these 3 subscriptions. So email ID is one, subscriptions is more. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Now I hope everyone are clear with this. Now the person who shared your screen, you can share your screen. Yeah, perfect. Now just go inside the Ajivan to have a view on it. What is inside Ajivan? Most of the people know that. If you doesn't know, you can have a look into it. You all remember we just created an action group, and while creating it, we created this Ajivan. I requested you to proceed further, and I will teach about it later. So action group is also a kind of a resource. So as a hint, everything, okay, apart from subscription, apart from resource group, whatever you are viewing, okay, you consider that as a resource for today. Okay, slow and higher the ladder, you will understand it better. All good. Now, once our learnings are perfectly done, it's the user responsibility to delete the resources. Now you have to delete whatever the thing that we created. Now, in order to delete, it's very simple and very easy. How do you delete an image on your mobile phone? Just you open a gallery and you select the image and you delete it. Correct. Like the same way, in order to delete the things which are running here, you have an option called delete resource group. You kept your cursor correct. You can just click on it. And it's a permanent deletion. If you just read the line number 1, the following resource group and all its dependent resource will be permanently deleted. And you know what is the meaning of permanent, which is kalas. You can't able to get it back. Okay. Now, as a confirmation, you need to give a name of the resource group. Just give a name of the resource group, RG1, and click on delete. Whatever the things which you created inside the RG1, everything will be deleted. Okay. Just repeat it for the RG2 as well. Just go for RG2. Click on RG2. Yeah. Now in mid of the screen, you have the delete resource group. Okay. Yeah, click on it. Now, when you click on this, 2 storage accounts are there inside that. Those 2 guys will be deleted automatically when you delete this group. Okay. As a confirmation, you need to give the name of it. Why Azure have designed this? This is very simple, because accidental clicks happen. Okay. Because you see next to the delete resource group, there is a refresh button is there. If someone wants to do a refresh, rather than clicking on it, he accidentally made a wrong click on delete resource group. If it is deleted, then it's a too risky, right? So every time when you delete a resource group, okay, it will not delete in a single click. You need to give a name for the confirmation. Then only the deletion would be happening. So it's a responsibility of yourself. Okay. When you create something, it needs to be deleted. Okay. So that you will not get any extra cost. Now RG1 is deleted. Now again, in couple of minutes, the RG2 will be deleted. If there is no resource groups are there, then 200% no resources will be there. Am I right? Because inside the group only, the members are going to be there. If there is no group, no members will be there. Like a same mechanism. If you delete the resource group, there will be no resources which will be running on it. If no resources are running, you will not encounter any additional cost. So always, just once your activity is done, delete the resource group completely. So as a better mechanism, what you do, you create one group called RG1, okay, and try to keep all the resources inside the same group, so that at end of the day, by clicking on RG1 delete, the job is done. Okay. Don't create multiple groups, daily putting multiple things over there. It will mess it up. Okay. So always create one group every day and keep everything inside the RG1. Once you close your laptop, delete it, the job is done. So when you close your laptop, you should get the screen. No resource group to display. If you don't have resource group, no resource will be there. So no billing will be there. So you are free right now. Everyone are clear?
Yes.
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 Perfect.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
this is about the resource group. And one more thing is let's talk about out of the topic. Okay. Not out of the topic, which is something relevant towards it. Most of the people, they know what is known as on-prem and what is known as cloud. Like, anyone know the key difference between on-prem and cloud?
Yeah. Existing infrastructure is on-prem with physical
Existing
hardware.
infrastructure. Okay.
Cloud is
On-prem
cloud.
which we manage.
Sorry, Akshay, I didn't get you.
On-prem which we manage, we have to manage that.
Okay. Cloud.
Cloud will be managed by the cloud service provider.
Okay. Perfect. I believe most of the people know that. If you doesn't have a note of it, okay, or you doesn't aware of it, I will just try to explain in my own way in 1 or 2 lines so that it makes you better understanding. Open a new tab and just type server and click on enter. Open a new tab, just type server. Okay. Click on images and just scroll down. Okay. Scroll down. Oh, okay. Yeah, you have a cursor over there, right? Can you click on that image? Not this one. Close it. Close it. Below that, you have one. Close this and hold on. I will let you know which image. The next one. No. You had a cursor now. Next towards that. Below one. Below one. Click on it. Click on it. Yeah. And most of the people have seen how a mobile phone will look like and how a laptop will look like. And many people, they have used the terminology called server, but they would have never ever seen server for sure. Okay. And this how the server will look like. Okay, a kind of a DVD or a VCD player that we used earlier. Okay, in our generations. So it would be something very similar to that. This how the server will look like. Now, if the server is present inside your organization or inside your own building, that is known as an on-prem. Okay. If this particular server, which is located inside the data center, then it is known as a cloud. Okay. Let me repeat it. If you have this server inside your own building, for an example, now I'm planning to start one business. Okay. So in order to start that business, I need to create a web application and other thing, and I need to host it on a server. So I need a server for starting a business. So I order one particular server in a website. So that server will travel from one particular place. Okay, either it can be India or outside India. It travel from somewhere and it will reach my place. It might hardly take 7 days or 10 days for the delivery. Once it is done, then I need to keep it inside my own building. I need to give a dedicated space for it. I need to have a good air conditioning for the server because the server will be keep on running. It will generate a lot of heats. So I need to provide a air conditional systems for it. And I need to install the OS on top of the server to access it. So I need to do multiple activity when it comes to on-prem. Okay. This is known as an on-prem. If it is a cloud, I don't want to do anything. Okay. So I can just create a server. Okay. So they will rent a server for me and I can utilize it. For an example, my business is not going that much good. I want to close my business right now. If it is a cloud, it's very easy for me. I can just delete the server, whatever I created. So the job is done. Okay. I want to pay the money, how much I utilized. But here, what you can do, okay, once your job is done, okay, so you can't sell the server. Even if you sell that, no one in this world going to purchase with the same cost that you invested because it's an asset. It will be having a depreciation for sure. So you can't able to get a lot of benefit over there when it comes to on-prem. So that's the reason that most of the people are migrating their current infrastructures from on-prem to cloud. So cloud is something which is growing nowadays. So the people wants to learn cloud. That's the reason that you have chosen a cloud which is known as Azure. Okay. So cloud is very simple and easy to manage. Okay. So here you'll be spending a lot of cost when you do the setup and other things. You want to spend a lot of time, and in order to create a server, it might hardly take 1 week or more than a week as well. But creating a server here will just take a fraction of a minute. That's it. Okay. And the deletion, managing it, and everything becomes easier when it comes to cloud. If it is an on-prem, then it is a little bit challenging. Not only this reason, it has multiple reasons. Okay. And I can give you another reason as well. In this group, multiple people are there. Anyone using a mobile phone which is older than 10 years? Definitely the answer will be no. Because we keep on upgrading it and we have to be on a right tech stack. So we keep on upgrading ourselves. Like the same way, now you put a lot of investment and you purchase a server. Down the lane, 3-4 years later, there might be a new server which might be launched in the market and which might be having a greater feature and functionalities. So what do you need to do? You have to upgrade your systems, right? So when you try to upgrade, so again you have to put a lot of investments, and again you have to purchase it. Again you want to do a migration from here to there. So there are like a lot of tedious tasks which are happening inside the on-prem. So that's the reason that the people wants to move to completely migrate to cloud so that the job is done. What is cloud? Cloud is again the same servers and other things are created in a bulk quantity. If you just scroll up and if you just type data center and if you just click on enter, you can able to see some images. Just couple of minutes, guys. I will just close it off. Okay. Now just you see the 4th row last image. Okay, you can able to see that this is a floor, and in this floor there are like multiple servers are there, and like this multiple racks will be there, and like this multiple floors will be there, and like this multiple buildings will be there. So that makes a data center. So data center which will have multiple servers and other things which will be running on inside it. Now if you want to create a server, which means like you're taking a rent and you're utilizing it, and how many hours you're going to create, how many hours you're going to utilize, you're going to pay money accordingly. Okay, so this is known as cloud. So Azure have created the data center in the nook and corner of the world. Now just go to the search engine, just type data center space Azure. Already data center is there. So just type Azure and just type world map, Azure world map. Click on enter. So now you can able to see that. Click on any one of the image. And guys, this is not a trusted guy who given this information. Okay, it's been provided by some XYZ guy. So this is a world map. So they have created this particular inside these multiple places. They have created the data center, and you know what is data center, which will have the collection of servers. And this image, which year they created and who created it, we are not aware of it. Okay, and the number of data centers are keep on increasing day by day, because they are expanding their business high the ladder. So you don't want to keep in the head that how many data centers are there, how many places they have created. You don't want to keep those numbers. Okay, so you just want to know what is data center and other things. That would be fine. Okay, because today one number will be there, tomorrow there will be a different number. So you don't want to have those dynamic values inside your head. So you just want to understand what is on-prem and what is cloud. On-prem, you can touch, you can see, you can feel it. That is on-prem. Something which you can't able to see, something you can't able to touch, that is known as a cloud. Everyone are clear with this two difference of on-prem and cloud?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. So this might be aware by a lot of the people. So not a problem. If you're learning for the first time, you can keep a note of it. And today we have learned about budget, and we have learned about the hierarchy, and we have learned about what is on-prem and cloud. And tomorrow we will learn higher the ladder. So when compared to yesterday, we have learned something higher the ladder. Like the same way, tomorrow we will learn higher the ladder. And let's meet tomorrow and we will learn higher the ladder. Thanks everyone for joining with me. Thank you all.
Yeah.